Today's project is about 2 years old, like a lot of my projects, and it has to do with when we went to Egypt, which was during COVID. My wife bought this papyrus. It's pretty big, and I started to make, I think this panel here, I started to make the frame for it to be like here to here, and then she said I wanted to see the edges. And so then I had to make it bigger than the edges, which I don't necessarily think that's a good idea, but that's what she wanted, so what are you going to do? I don't know. I'm going to do it. So I bought the panel, pretty much ordinary 3/8 plywood, which probably should have got a better grade of 3/8 plywood, but we're rolling with it anyway. I mean, considering how much time and effort I'm putting into it, but it's pretty good 3/8 plywood. And then I got a plan for how to put. I got the tempered glass, which is I'm not going to show you right now. And so here's the panel, painted white on both sides, so that when you look through it. When if you see through the papyrus, it'll be white. And then I got this plywood here. It's pretty good plywood. I can't remember where I got this or when I got it. Like I say, it's been a while. So we're going to glue it and screw it for the backing. We're just doing the backing right now. And then after we do that, I'll show you what I got plans for the rest of it. So I decided to go ahead and glue both sides because I kind of thinned out that glue a little bit. Probably a little more than I should have. I forgot to video some of the steps here, but I can take this piece off and show that I put this spacer, glued and screwed this spacer, which is a little bit bigger. I can measure it. But the glass is just 30 seconds short of a quarter, and this is about 30 seconds over, I think. Let me see. This is really unpleasant material to work with, but it's what I had. I had it, and it was the right thickness. Two of them put together. See, it's like about a 30-second over a quarter. So that gives me about a 1/16 in theory for the paper. Okay, so then I put this paper. The back was painted, but I thought put this paper because I didn't want the paint to interact with this papyrus. I thought that might be better just to have paper. It's a very dry surface, so to speak. And so then, but then when I put this papyrus on there, I put a little dab of shoe goo. I was thinking about using Elmer's, but then it just seemed kind of thin and stuff. And this papyrus is supposedly waterproof too. So anyway, that shoe goo, I used 4 drops of shoe goo here and here, so that it wouldn't slide. And then cut these. This is just plywood, which is not what a finished carpenter would do, but it's good plywood. And cut that, and then painted it. And I had this string because I put the glass on. I don't know, to test it or something, and then I ran this string under it so we could lift the glass up. But I'll pull it, and then I put it back when I put the papyrus in, just in case I see something wrong. If I don't see anything wrong, I'll pull that string out. The string, you get on each side and lift up, and then you can get. Otherwise, I'll have to tip that glass out. You can't really. I don't think there's anything you can really get in there you know, that would be safe. You know, there's just not no space. There's some space, but there's not very much. And this, see, this overhangs about that much. I thought about another way to do it would be to cut a rabbet in this here, not have this backer board. But I just thought I decided this backer board would be easier. And I don't have all the kinds of equipment. Plus, with plywood, you probably wouldn't want to use plywood. You'd probably need to use inch pine board, which is very expensive. And that's about it. Now I'm going to screw it with finished screws. And I'm going to keep them in a line. And then what I'll do, if I want to, I can put a little bead of wood, half circle on top of the screw holes, and it'll just look like trim. And otherwise I can, but I haven't decided yet if that's what I'm going to do or something else. Incidentally, when you look at Egypt painting and statues and stuff, you might think, well, it's not right, you know, it's two-dimensional. When they have, you know, their shoulders are this way and then their arms going over like this, and then the fingers, you know, they're not real. It's not like a real picture. But that was the standardization, and people came along. It's in the area of Amenhotep, I think is his name, that had the monotheism, and he who was the sun god, and he wanted to update and do different art, you know, more not so much realistic as emphasizing different things, so to speak. I don't know. You can look it up. But at any rate, he was not popular, and after when he died, they erased all of that as much as possible and went back to their standardized form, which is kind of, it's kind of nice if you like Egypt, you know. You know what to expect, so to speak. So I want to hang this picture, and I want it to be spaced between these windows exactly, but the studs aren't in the right place for that to happen. So the one stud on this case is going to hit here. I want to have holding brackets on here and here, which are different distances from here. So the wire can't go. So I can't put them both the same over here. The wire won't work. It'll try to slide over. So I figured out that if I put a speed square, if I cut my wire so that it's a 90-degree angle like this square, and then I put my brackets so they catch the wire like that. And hold that speed square on there. That speed square right there. Like I was doing. Okay, hold that. So in order to make sure this, because look, this could go, now let go. I could do like this or like this. You know, there's no way to get it. I want it to be, you know, in the right position. So this speed square tells us this is 45 here. And then this is 45 here. So that's my plan. That's my concept, that we'll see if it works or not. Make this flux. The flux is this kind of a funny powder. Make it into a bit of a paste. And paint it on the where I want the brazing stuff to flow between these surfaces, and I think my experience in soldering tells me that the flux helps with that. Helps it to flow. Squeeze them together in the position I want. See what that looks like. I think I need to work on it a little bit more. My first time brazing. The point is to hold a heavy picture on the wall. So I've cut these two pieces like this. Bent that one just a little bit. Then I've got flux. So I've got the brackets on. We're putting the wire on. Use these to clamp the wire. This is a fencing wire. It's not a regular picture hanging cable. And then these, which I brazed, got them on the wall. So we're ready to hang this thing.
Think so.
And remember, this side goes over there.
Yep, we'll flip it.
So hopefully I've figured out the way it should be. I can't find my tripod. He's going to lift it with the wire. Now we got to do a 180. This puppy is heavy. Didn't start out heavy. I need to go your way.
What do you mean you go my way?
I can't. There, now I'm in. I've been mine. Is yours on?
Yep. Running right along with even with this blue tape right here.
There it is. It looks like we did it. Is it more or less level? Looks a little like that end's low.
It does.
I think it's an inch low.